Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Sean with Veteran Adventure Project, and today we're doing a gear shakedown. If you're not sure what a gear shakedown is, it's where you get all your new gear and you strap it to your bike or whatever else you're doing, and you go put it through more of a controlled real-world test so you can see and figure out any of your deficiencies. You know, maybe this bag here was riding too low and it's hitting the exhaust pipe, or I don't know, maybe your camera wants to fall off and maybe smash a rock. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but we'll find out. And that went very well, by the way. So I got all this new gear because I plan on doing some moto camping, and I'm going to be doing a ghost town tour over in the Sawtooths. So I needed stuff. I didn't have it, so I had to buy the stuff. So what I got here is the Moto Reckless 40. I think it's their V4. And so it's got, I think these are 28 liters each. Maybe they're 14. They're 14. Anyway, I can shoot the specs up here. And then we've got the Oxbox here, which are another 4 liters. And then I have this big ol' 22-liter Stinger bag. And it's basically a dry bag. And then, you know, it's got the whole little saddle thing that goes over. And then within this bag, which I'm pretty excited about, I was able to fit my whole sleep system. So there is a tent, a sleeping bag, and then a sleep mat. I do not have my pillow in there, but I know I can fit my pillow because it's like, I don't know, that big. So I know I can fit it in there. But now the question is, do I want to fit it in there? Because these are basically empty, and I can fit, I've got some tools in the Oxbox on this side right here. And then I've got a jet boil and a tire inflator on this side. And then on this side, I just have my water bottle. And then I don't think I have anything even on this one, which like I can put clothes, my dry food, or just my food, some more water. And I can carry my minimal camera stuff in here, and that's really it. I can definitely fit medical. I can fit so much in these 2 bags now that this bag is freed up, because I fancy myself as a minimalist, and that comes from almost a decade in the infantry. And so I learned how to pack. The only thing I kind of splurged on was my sleep pad, because it's on this side. And I value my sleep a lot now because I'm old and broken. So I thought, I was like, you know what? I think I've got the room for it. Even if I don't have the room, I'll cut corners other ways, because my sleep pad is very vital to how much fun I'm going to have. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to get like a chair or anything. Maybe I might one day. But other than that, I've got a lot of options here, and I can carry a lot more stuff than I kind of thought I would. Some other new gear that I got this Climb, which you can't really, I mean, you can kind of see right here. But I have the Climb Baja S4 pants and jacket. And I've never worn such heavy riding gear before. This is completely new to me. It does have armor. I think it's the, like, I don't know, level 1. So it's got knee pads. It's got some hip pads somewhere right there. And then in the jacket, it's got some shoulder, elbow, and then a back like pad. And then you can also throw a Camelback or a hydration bladder in there. I went with the Baja because it's supposed to be their cool weather pant. And so, not cool, they're hot weather. What's wrong with me? They're hot weather pant. It's got mesh like everywhere on the whole front here. There's mesh on the elbows, mesh on the back. And when you're riding just, you know, on the road, or you're just taking it easy, it does breathe very well. And I didn't really know what to wear under it, so I just wore, you know, one of my regular riding jerseys. and I still stayed very cool. Now, this is the first time that I have not rode with a chest protector. That was kind of weird. So not only that, I got a new microphone, got the DJI Mic Mini, and it's kind of slick. It just comes in this little guy here. It also comes in a soft case, which I don't have in the soft case right now because I'm using it. It's right here. And I can also hide it in my helmet, which I haven't done because I couldn't figure out how to Bluetooth the thing to my camera here, my new camera, which it took a tumble, took a spill. But it is the Insta360 X5, and in that tumble, the screen decided to go away. The camera still works, which I don't really use the touch screen on these things anyways. I'm always going through the phone app because, and as what happened was, I kind of figured this was gonna happen, but maybe not to this extent. But I basically had it on this mount here, on the back fender, and it was extended like up to here, which gave me a really sick view. And then I just went through some rough terrain, and I'll play the footage, because guess what? I got it. Works though, I guess that's great. And I guess I'm gonna test out the new little tool that I need to go buy now to change out the camera lens. So anyways, so this screen is kaput. Functionality wise, it's great. My recommendation, and what I was trying to do but couldn't figure out really how yet, get a stronger mounting solution if you're gonna do that, which I will do. Anyways, crappy lesson learned, but that's what a gear shakedown's all about, right? Other gear, that's really it. Well, I mean, we can go over what's in here, but I don't want to get all that out. But I guess for you guys, I will. Now, these Moscow bags are pretty freaking sweet. And I'll tell you why. Because they secure down at a bunch of different points, which makes it really nice. Yeah. So not only do we have the little Velcro here on this big old thing, but we've got a strap that goes in through here, this handle. Then we've got another strap that goes in through this little part right here, or the other side, whatever. Also, disclaimer, I am not sponsored or endorsed by any piece of brand that I use here. I just bought it with my own money. So I can say what I want about it. Would it be sick if any of these brands would like to sponsor a veteran ran company aiming at getting veterans outdoors, and instead of living in their own head and on dirt bikes and sweet adventures? Give me a holla, whatever, call me, hit me up. There's a mission behind this channel. It's not just for me to have fun. It is to get, you know, veterans that are having a hard time a chance to go do something fun. And eventually we will get people, or eventually we'll get veterans out here to do adventures at no cost to them, because it will turn into a 501c3. Just gotta get it all figured out first. It's kind of hard to do, to manage something like that, have my full-time job, going to college full-time, and then also I have a family, 3 kids and a wife. So that is difficult. So if anybody's interested in possibly helping me out with that, let me know, because we can do something great. So right here, I have the ultra new, I think it came out last month, maybe. Xped Ultra Matte. Now this thing, I believe, is like 4 inches thick. And super comfy, hopefully. Haven't used it yet, but I will. I'll be using it at the end of the month when I go camping with the family. So I got that there. And then I have this, oh, it's gonna be such a pain, but I did it once. So then I have here a Nature Hike Mongol. Here's the Mongol. Whatever. Anyways. Oh yeah. Oh, Mongar, my bad. The Mongar 2-person tent. It's an ultralight backpacking tent, and honestly, it's pretty light. I still think it weighs probably around 4-ish pounds, but the weight's not what I was concerned about. It was its footprint. So it is pretty good. And I will be testing that out on my little, oops, where can I put you? I'll put you up here. And I'll be testing that out on the, go somewhere and stay. I'll be testing that out on the Idaho Sawtooth Ghost Town tour. And then I have this old sleeping bag. It's a hike and bike down sleeping bag, 20 degree, packs down pretty good. I do not have it compressed all the way as I wanted it to not go out. I would rather have it go up. Therefore, I could put the tent next to it in this lovely dry bag. So that whole system is in here. Now I do have another sleeping bag coming that's better. I think it might be a little bit larger. And so that will be interesting. But it is the Big Agnes Echo Park 20 degree. And that's pretty sick because it can attach itself to my sleep pad and I don't have to worry about it getting all weird on me. So yep, this guy, luckily, this is pretty slick. And so it's able to just slide on everything really easy. So that's pretty cool. And then, you know, for a sleep pad, I've got another Xped. It's the Ultra 3R, of the Ultra 3 or whatever. Anyways, it is half the size of this. It's small. It's like the size of a tall boy. And so, but this is gonna be hopefully more comfortable. And I'm still able to fit it in there because we do have some room to kind of play with, ow, that is a tent pole. I don't feel good. Anyways, we have some room to play with it. So then something I did was I just kind of squished this down right here. And I'll come around, put it on the ground, and compressed, oh, you get in there. And then compressed and rolled. I was able to only kind of just get it once over, but I found that if I can get it at least once over, dang it, I rolled it the wrong way. Need to roll it this way. Get it the once over here, and that way, if I do encounter precipitation, as it sits on my bag, water will just run right down over here instead of pooling up this way. So, Moto Stinger 22. It's pretty sweet. It does have some integrated hooks and whatnot. Not hooks, backpack straps. And so I will do a better review of it in the future. But honestly, this thing is pretty sick. Now it does come at a premium price of $800 and something. But I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a little bit of a proponent for buy once, cry once, because if you constantly have to buy things to replace, like tents and, I don't know, these bags, then you will eventually be spending more money. Now, shout out to Dork in the Road and his videos regarding his camp stuff. I took a little bit of what he said into consideration when buying gear. Basically only with the, not even with the tent, just the sleeping bag. But I still took the base of what he said. I got people coming my way. Hopefully they're not douchey. Oh. No, they're on the main road. They don't want to come back here. Not that it's really hard to get back here. Anyway, so my findings during the shakedown. Oh. Secure camera better. Tough lesson learned. It is what it is. Still functions. That is what is most important. Second thing, your bike is not going to ride the same, even loaded down. I think maybe, this is maybe 20 pounds. And I'm not going to consider myself a big guy, but I am 6'2", and I float around 200 pounds. So it's just something to be aware of. It's going to handle a lot different. And I also don't know if it's just due to the fact that there seems to be so much more sand out here than I've ever seen. And I've been riding out here for the last few years relentlessly, and I have never seen this much sand. But also, these Dunlop D606s are not fans of sand. They'll do it, but they don't want to. Another thing too is when you are riding kind of fast and you take kind of a bad line, a last minute choice, when the rear end is going to buck up on you, I can usually get my butt to the fender and level myself out a lot better. Not when I have this big giant honker on here. It can maybe go up a few inches just from the position I'm riding in. So that's another thing to be aware of. These straps right here, they're still relatively tight. I'm not a fan of where they are because, as you can see right here, this seems to be the part where my boot rubs the most. I wish I could find a different place to mount them. I mounted them down low, so A, it's the straightest path, but B, I wanted it to get those straps away from the exhaust as much as I can. And then, honestly, the way that we're sitting here, the strap right here is able to pull the bags up, and it's nice because if it's not, you can probably see it'll just kind of fall down, and it's against the exhaust, the heat shield there, which is what I don't want. So got it up there pretty good. This thing is far enough away from the exhaust, like, honestly, it's dialed. So I think this is gonna be a really good setup to just go do some light adventure riding. Feels fine on the road. This is definitely not a touring bike. Could it? Yeah, people have done it, but I'm not going to. I don't want to, I don't have the time to, so I ain't gonna. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is the kit, I'm gonna call it Shakedown. Sean with Veteran Adventure Project, and see you guys in the next one.